So I finally watched the new Abercrombie Fitch documentary on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, it's called White Hot. Highly recommend. So basically it talks about how Abercrombie Fitch fostered this really toxic work culture in which you could only work there if you were white, super thin, super fit, and really attractive. And it brought back so many memories because I used to work at a Hollister either my freshman year or sophomore year in college. For instance, the application process.
But not only do you have to recruit good looking people, and this is what good looking looks like. We literally had a book.
The A&F look is a tremendously important part of the overall experience at the Abercrombie & Fitch stores. A neatly combed, attractive, natural, classic hairstyle is acceptable. Dreadlocks are unacceptable for men and women. Gold chains are not acceptable for men. Women may wear a thin, short, delicate silver necklace. Natural, American, classic, the A&F look.
I literally remember walking into the store and asking for an application, and you have to fill it out in the store on their computer, and you're standing up or whatever as you do it in the middle of the store. And as I'm filling out the application, an employee or manager, I forgot who, but like two people were literally like circling around me, like checking me up and down as I'm typing. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And based on the documentary confirming this, it was basically them scoping me out to see if I was good looking enough to be hired for the store. Then on the application, there's two options. They said, do you want to be impact or do you want to be a model?
Either impact, and that meant that you went to the back, or model, and that meant you could be up front. I think that like the idea was that calling their minimum wage retail employees models, Abercrombie could get away with anything that a modeling agency could get away with.
In my brain, I'm assuming if you become a model, they're gonna want you to like be shirtless and take pictures to be on their bags and posters on the store. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. I was so insecure. So stupidly, I picked impact. So fast forward through a couple of interviews, I got hired. And I remember my manager being like, okay, in order to work here, you have to wear our clothes. She hands me this catalog of all the different outfits and shirts and pants that I can buy in order to wear to work. And it was like shirts for like $65, pants for like $75. And I was like, hell no, I'm not buying this shit. Bitch, I'm a broke college student. This is why I need the job in the first place. So I went back to my closet and found some plaid shirt that kind of looked like it was a Hollister shirt, but it really wasn't. And I got skinny jeans and flip-flops that I would wear in the shower. And somehow I finessed it. I don't know, for some reason they didn't want you wearing sneakers. Like, you would have to wear flip-flops in the store and it would be freezing. So, cut to my first day. I go in the store, I report to my manager. My manager looks at me, she's like, you have way too much hair on your lip. You need to go. And I'm like, what do you mean I need to go? She's like, you need to go home. You're not working today. And I'm like, what? She said, next time you come in, this needs to be shaved. I don't want to see any facial hair whatsoever. Mind you, I'm like 19 years old, 18 years old. I have no facial hair to begin with. It's like a little bit of hair. Also, I knew nothing about shaving at the time. I was kind of scared to do it because I had always been told that when you start shaving, like more hair starts growing in its place. And I was like, I don't want that. So I went home and I literally like took scissors and would just like, like trim it. And I trimmed it significantly. Mind you, there wasn't a lot of hair there to begin with. So boom, second day, I report into work, go to my manager. She again looks at me and she's like, that's too much hair, go home. I was like, are you kidding me? I already did. She's like, no, there's too much hair. You can't work today. You can't work today, go home. So whatever, I bite the bullet and I just shave because like, I can't be getting sent home every fucking time. So a few weeks in, I start learning the ropes, like replenishing the floors and folding clothes and all of that shit. And I noticed other employees who weren't in the back with me, they got to just stand in the store and greet people. Hey, how are you doing? Do you need help with anything? Meanwhile, I'm doing all the work and we're getting paid the same. I was like, what? And then I realized that was the modeling option on the application. Impact or model. And I'm like, you freaking idiot. You chose impact. You could have just been chilling. Granted, that was my fault, but still. Yo, so fast forward. One day I go to the mall on my day off and I go into Hollister to pick up a birthday gift for one of my friends. And I get a discount because I'm an employee. So I'm in the girls section, like, looking at shirts and stuff like that. And this employee keeps following me around. Eventually they asked me, hey, do you need help with anything? I said, no, I'm just looking. And they were like in the girls section. And I'm like, it's a birthday gift. Oh, okay. And then they left. And then I'm like still searching around the store. and I noticed them still watching me. They watched me the whole time up until I bought the gift and left. The person was obviously racially profiling me, but the gag is they didn't even know I was an employee there. They just thought I was there trying to steal. Bitch, I'm not sure how much it's changed in future years and current times, but working at Hollister was honestly like the worst experience. I will never work retail again, ever.